My name is Mpho Phalatse, and I'm standing as candidate for the city of Johannesburg. I'm a doctor by profession, a medical doctor, and I was doing casualty services in Alexandra. And I used to see case after case after case that really made me cry and made me wonder how people are living in Alexandra. Taking a drive through the township, I realized that a lot of what we were seeing at the clinic was directly linked to the living conditions of people in Alexandra. I started complaining, like we all do. I started complaining, I started sending messages to different people. A friend of mine who was in Parliament at the time, Dr Mpho, he was then the Deputy Shadow Minister of Health, and I said, why are you people allowing people to live like this? What are you doing about it? And he threw the ball back in my court and he said, why don't you do something about it? And it was such a wake-up moment for me that we complain so much, but how many of us are willing to step up and be part of the solution? And that's when everything changed for me. That's when I made a decision that I'm going to be a councillor. Initially, I thought I'll be based in Alex as a PR councillor to see where I can assist. But as things unfolded, I ended up being the MMC for Health and Social Development. And I have no regrets. I've never looked back ever since. Local government is about basic service delivery first and foremost. So it's about whether or not your lights are on. It's about whether you've got clean running water, whether you've got access to proper sanitation, roads that are tarred and smooth, traffic lights that are working, etc. And I believe that in that type of environment, you need somebody with strong administrative and governance capabilities, which I have and which I've demonstrated in the city of Joburg when I was working as an MMC. We've put an overemphasis in this country on politics over and above administration, and that's why politicians don't even know how to hold administrators to account, because they themselves don't even know what's supposed to be happening. I believe that I bring a different type of politician to the table, one who's worked as a technocrat, one who's worked at the interface between administrations and politicians, and one who really understands what needs to be happening on both ends. I would have loved to come with big ideas for Johannesburg. That's what it deserves. It's the economic hub of the country, the economic hub of the continent. But unfortunately, we've experienced such decay, particularly in the last 2 years since the ANC took back the government. So we need to start by repairing Johannesburg. We need to go back to basics, getting the basics going again. That's going to be a top priority. We'll be hitting the ground running. We'll be engaging with residents in the 7 regions of the city of Johannesburg to hear what their issues are. We will be prioritizing their issues. So the basics, what is broken is going to be fixed. That's going to be the focus first and foremost. And then we can look at what's happened with COVID. We've seen that with COVID, a lot of us have become ICT dependent. We continue to see the digital divide in the city of Johannesburg, worsening inequality that's always been there. I would like to really look at how we can get the city smart again, or get the smart city strategy working in the city of Johannesburg, making sure that everyone's connected to the internet, that everyone can continue to live, work and play, and that nobody is left behind.